Welcome back to the channel, guys. We've got a good one for you. I've been fighting some steering stuff on the F250. I got some dual steering stabilizers from Rough Country a little while ago. They've been sitting in my garage. Today's a beautiful day in this beautiful state of Texas, so let's go ahead and throw them on. I'm going to show you how to do it because Rough Country's instructions are meh at best. Starting right off, this is everything out of the box and the tools that we're going to use to install it. We're going to use 3 different size sockets. We're going to use a 7/8. We are going to use a 14 mil, and we are going to use a 19 mil. 7/8 is going to be for our U-bolts on the truck. The 19 is going to be for the shock mounts, and the 14 is for the U-bolts that connect the shocks to the bracket. Starting out on the driver's side, first thing we need to check to see is if your alignment bolts are going to be in the way. Mine were. I took a second before the video and rotated them up out of the way. It's just a couple bolts, you just rotate them. It doesn't mess with your alignment. You just need to make sure that those are out of the way for the brackets. This is the bracket right here. And it's going to go like so. So if these brackets are in the way, we need to rotate them up out of the way is what I was trying to say. So on the driver's side only, we are going to zip off the factory U-bolt nuts. Those are going to be a 7/8. Grab you a breaker bar or fancy dancy impact and take those off. All right, I'm gonna use my impact. I'm gonna zip these guys off real quick. We're gonna slide this bracket on. And then, maybe, hopefully. There we go. One of those. I always thread these nuts, even though they're nylon lock nuts. I thread them up until the lock portion that you can't thread past. Once they've been used once, though, they're kind of easy to get past, but thread it on there as much as I can by hand, so I know if they're not cross-threaded. And this nut's still a tad bit warm. Alright, I'm gonna run these down. I'm not gonna ugga-dugga them because we're gonna torque them here in a minute, but I run them down, make sure nothing's gonna hit. Like that. I gotta rotate this again. All right, got it rotated, tighten back up, bracket on there. These guys get torqued to 130, if I remember right. All right, give them one more double check. The torque specs is 100 to 120 for the front axle. It's 130 for the rear axle. So I am going to do 110, which is right in the middle of the 100 and 120. Just for good measures, I'm going to check the back ones too because of the people that worked on the truck. Oh my goodness, people. I'll be back. I'm not gonna lie to you. The longer I own this truck, the longer I want to punch the people that built it. All right, passenger side should be a little bit easier because we don't have to take off the factory side U-bolts. But I am still going to retorque mine because of what we just saw on the driver's side. So on this side, we're going to use the same bracket, the same on both sides. And then we're going to use the factory nuts that they provide and get them started by hand like we did on the other side. Or you have a stroke trying to start the nut. a little bit by hand. And we are going to zip these on. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna check these. They don't really need to be torqued as high, but just for kicks and grins so they don't come off, we're gonna make sure they're at least at like 80, 100 foot-pounds. We're good there. 100 foot-pounds, we're good there. All right. Next step is gonna be to crack open one of our bags. We're going to install the stud with the larger nut and lock washer through the bracket. Obviously, that shaft right there is going to be what the shock sets down on. So, install that on that side and on the other side. And we're going to set some shocks on here. We just slide it down on there. Big flat washer, then the lock washer, and then the nut. All right, nut on top of the shock is a 17 mil. Forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video. These don't have to be super duper tight. We're gonna crush the lock washer for sure. We're gonna just start to flatten out those bushings a bit. And she's tight, we're good. These come with straps on them. They're not like a normal shock that's just gonna bounce out right away. Dampeners are a little bit different. Steering dampeners are a little bit different because those are suspension dampeners. Anyways, like I said, we're just gonna slide this on here. Spray a little bit PB Blaster or something on there if you wanna make it a little bit easier on your life, but it's not that hard. Flat washer, lock washer, 17 millimeter nut. Where's my ratchet? There it is. Why is it always behind you? You're working on something, it's never right in front of you. It's never right off to your right. Way freaking behind you. Every single time. Make sure you don't flip the ratchet back halfway through, because then you don't have to do this twice. Alright. So move those a little bit. We can adjust them. That's the beauty of being rubber mounted. Now we are going to take our U-bolts and our other bracket. We're going to put that right about here. And we'll find a tape measure, because they said that you need about 4.5 inches of rod exposed whenever it's perfectly centered. So I'm going to go find a tape measure and we'll get back to this. Rough Country's instructions are very vague. So the next thing we're putting on is this bracket. There's bigger holes here. This is the holes that your other two bags of shock mounts are going to go through for those to mount to this. So this needs to go like that. I'm going to use these U-bolts that they gave us. We're going to just put them through here. They gave us 3. We're going to use all 3. However hard you want to make it on yourself in one shot. I feel like hating my life today, so we're going to try to do them all. Hey, this isn't too bad, actually. Sorry if you can't see anything. I can't see anything either. So these are just, like I said, going around this drag link. And this is going to be how it dampens the steering. So this is going to clamp down on this drag link. These shocks are going to take out any kind of bump steer or annoying road feedback that we've been getting. And we should be pretty good. So I'm going to tighten these down a bit. Not with that socket though, because that ain't even close. Doing surgery here. Hold on. Works. We're just going to kind of run these down because we're going to have to scoot this around a little bit. So, but I just want it to be relatively not floppy. All right, we can kind of move her around a bit. We need to. All right. And that's why I said we didn't want to tighten everything down, because now We're going to do that. Where'd my tape measure go? Why don't you tell me it was above my head like it always is? Boom, 4.5 inches of rod. Couldn't have done that again if I tried. Dude, these gloves are just falling apart. Flat washer. Lock washer. Am I going to be able to get it on? No. Now I should be able to. Yeah, alright. Hellos. You see that? Just the fingertip stayed on. 17, right? Yeah. All right. Now for our last step, we have to tighten those bolts, obviously, right? But we need to make sure that those shocks are level. Got a floor jack on there, just so it's, you know, level. Put a little pressure on it so I can stand back and look at it. I don't have a helper here, so if you had a helper, it might be easier. But now we're just gonna run down these nuts on the bottom so nothing moves. Hopefully I can get in here with my ratchet, my gun, which I cannot. Change plans then. Old-fashioned way. Like I said, they're tapered lock nuts, so it's not exactly enjoyable to tighten them. Oh, man. Well, guys, that's the end of it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. What's the next thing you'd do to this thing? I might take your suggestion and make a video on it. So drop your comments below. I appreciate you guys watching.